Hey everyone, welcome to Speedway Motors Tech Talk. I'm Joe, and today we are here with our 68 C10 project, and we are going to install the 60 to 72 G-Comp coil-over rear suspension. And what this rear suspension does is it fixes a few things that are tend to be wrong with these trucks anyway. You get new truck arms, so if your original truck arms are rusty, it replaces those. It allows you to put coilovers on the rear, so you'll have some ride height adjustability. And in our case, we are getting a new cross member, which comes with the kit that allows us to replace this funky old cross member that's in this original chassis that we've got. So really, this is going to be a great kit for this project, and we're going to show you how to install it. All right, we've got all the old brackets cut off. We cut off the panhard bar bracket. We cut off the pivot brackets on the cross member for the truck arms. We've got the nasty old cross member cut out. So our next step is, while everything is still kind of in bare metal, to just test fit everything. You know, we know all of this is gonna fit, but you know, if you have to enlarge a hole or if you do have to trim an edge off of something, better to do it now than before it's all painted and powder coated. So that's our next step, is to just kind of size all of this up in here and make sure it all fits the way we want it to. The hardware kit that comes with this rear end kit has locking nuts, which is great. That's what you're gonna want when you do the final assembly. But for just mocking it up, just kind of test fitting everything, it's kind of a pain to use those. So we've just got some non-locking nuts here. And we're just kind of putting everything together finger tight just to check it all out. All of these pieces, the cross member, the panhard bar bracket, and the truck arm brackets, bolt on to the holes that are already there from drilling out the rivets. This piece goes along with the cross member, and it goes on the outside of the cross member. Might be a little bit unclear because it kind of seems like it wants to fit both ways, but it situates over the outside of this cross member bracket here at the frame rail. And then all of the holes should line up the way they're supposed to. All right, now that we've got our cross member installed, we've got our panhard bar bracket installed, the next step in our mock-up of this G-Comp rear suspension is to bolt the truck arms up to these new pivot brackets that we've installed. And the one thing to keep in mind with this truck arm is they're basically the same side for side, except the tabs for the coilover need to be on the inside. So that makes this the left-hand arm. And then as you attach them to this bracket, you're gonna want to be able to adjust this. So install it with the flat of the bolt up, and that is going to make the adjustment right in the center. These are on a cam, which is really cool because it allows you to adjust the alignment of the rear suspension. As you turn this cam, it moves the arm in and out. But as a baseline, as we're mocking this all up, we want it to be dead center, which means the flat machine part on that bolt you want to be pointing up. And then we'll install the other side of the cam here and run the nut down. When this is all put together, as you turn this bolt, you can see it moves the arm forward and backward. So it's a really great tool for aligning the truck when it's all put together. All right, we're installing the housing now. We happen to be using one of our Speedway Motors 9-inch housings that's pre-made for a 67 to 72 Chevy truck. This process would kind of be the same if you were reusing the original housing. That's also an option here. The next big thing that we've got to figure out is there's a panhard bar bracket that needs to weld onto the housing. And so we need to kind of locate this and mock it all up in order to locate where that bracket goes. All right, our next move, now that we've got all the big pieces in place, is to run the housing up to ride height and center it so that we can determine where the panhard bar bracket needs to be welded on. And there are a couple ride heights that are sort of recommended as a starting point. If you have not notched the frame, you're gonna measure 13.5 between center to center on the shock mounts. Since we have C-notched it, we're gonna measure 12 3/8 center to center as a starting point. We're gonna call that ride height, and that will determine where that panhard bar bracket goes. All right, the last thing we need to check before we tack this panhard bar bracket on is the pinion angle. And again, this is something that we can kind of fine tune as we get the truck on the ground and get the drivetrain installed, but we wanna be really close before we weld anything. All right, we're basically at 0 degrees, which means with the chassis level, this thing is perpendicular to the frame. We want it angled back. We're gonna start with about 6 degrees. The truck is gonna sit on a rake. The engine's gonna sit at an angle in the chassis. So we're gonna start with about 6 degrees. And the way to get there is with these shims between the pad and the truck arm. All right, once you have the nuts tightened on the U-bolts, it's a good time to double check the square on everything if there's a chance that you jostled it while you were tightening the nuts down. So make sure that the rear end is still centered, make sure that it's at right height, make sure your pinion angle is where you want it to be. Once you've done that, it's time to install the panhard bar. And we want to start out, since we're kind of trying to establish a baseline for everything, with about a 1/2 inch of thread showing. And that will give you then some adjustment by turning this rod end to further fine tune the centering of the rear end. So we're going to install this in the bracket here and get started positioning our other bracket. All right, and with the panhard bar attached to the frame, we're going to mock up the bracket that goes to the housing and kind of see how that's all going to situate. There's multiple holes here. Try to choose the one that gets the panhard bar pretty close to being level with the ground. And then it goes like so. And we can see here, and this is gonna vary depending on what housing you're using, but with this 9-inch housing, there's this step right here, and obviously we're not just gonna slobber weld in there. So we're gonna modify this bracket, cut a little corner out here to make it fit with this particular housing. All right, we're gonna mark this bracket where it needs to be notched. And another thing that I really like to do anytime I'm gonna fabricate or modify a bracket is to use these little cardboard templates, because it's a lot easier to cut cardboard than it is metal. And then we'll transfer that to the metal part and make our modification. And then we're gonna have to trim, obviously. This will get notched an equal amount. And then we'll do the same on the bottom and we'll be ready to cut it. All right, we've got this all notched to fit our housing. I'm gonna assemble it one last time here. And the next thing you want to check is to make sure that the bolt is square with the world, or in this case, square with the chassis. So we'll check the level and make sure it's at 0 degrees, which it is. And then we'll be ready to tack this bracket on. Now that the panhard bar bracket is tacked onto the housing, this is a great time to, again, triple check all of your measurements, make sure that it's exactly where you want it to be, centered in the truck, right height, panhard bars at the angle you want it to be at. And it's also a good time to kind of run it through travel and make sure that there's not any weird interference or any weird binds or anything. Ours seems to be okay. So the next step for us, we're gonna take this all apart, take it over to the fab table. We're gonna fully weld this bracket on, and we're gonna cut this old panhard bar bracket off because we're not gonna use that. That step would be optional. We're just gonna take it off because it'll clean up the look of the housing a little bit. One trick as you are welding this bracket on, don't just burn it in because you can really easily warp this axle housing. Weld a little bit, kind of let it cool, move to a different area, weld a little bit. That will greatly reduce the chances that you warp your housing. And also, this thing is gonna have a lot of strain on it. This is what holds the housing in the truck center to center. So if you don't feel comfortable welding, or if you just have a little 120 MIG welder, take it to somebody who has a proper welder and the proper knowledge. All right, this G-Comp rear suspension kit for this truck comes with a coilover kit. It comes with the shocks. It's a steel-bodied shock with this coilover adapter kit. And so we've got to put these together before we put them on the truck. And first thing you'll do here is put this little retainer ring on. There we go. All right, that clip can be kind of a bear to get on, but if you put the closed end over the clip and then move the open end down one piece at a time, that seems to work the best. And you'll know this threaded body has a little recess machined in it, and that's the part that seats against this clip. And so that's how you know which piece is the top on this. So it goes on like so, and then that clip retains this threaded body. And then we'll put the spring on. And then there's another retainer on the bottom that's slotted, so it'll slide over the so it slides over the shaft. It seats the spring, and then this is retained by this little clip that goes through. There's some holes in the bottom here. And that just keeps that from flying off if the spring were to unload. There. Now our coilovers are ready to install on the truck. All right, we're going to assemble these sleeves into the shock eye. There's a proper combination of bolts and spacers that's spelled out in the instructions here. These longer ones go on the top. All right, that wraps the install of our C10 G-Comp rear suspension. This is a really cool solution for C10 trucks. We're excited to get this thing on the ground, have some adjustability in the coilovers. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call, and thanks for watching.